Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to dive with the most interesting, mandatory, basic topic of your machine learning, that is a cross validation and different type of the cross validation. I am making this video in between. The reason is because continuously I am uploading the about the machine learning models, and you are also going to learn how to validate your model, how to hyper tune your parameters. So first of all, the basic requirement for that, those like learning at that stage is cross validation. You should understand first what I am doing in my, like the when I am showing you how to check or cross validate or check the performance of your model. That's why I'm making these small videos in between. So keep patience, keep learning, stay with science data science. If you want to be expert in science data science, today I'm going to give you the very simple example, again my favorite one, maybe your favorite one too, student exam. Okay, I used to take this example a lot in my all videos, so I hope it makes sense to you. Okay, so let me open my whiteboard, and you need to a little bit keep a patience. Okay, stay with me till the end of the video, otherwise you won't understand the cross validation. All right, so we will like start with the blueprint first, and then we will jump onto the practical example too. Okay, so now what is cross validation? Maybe you have already heard about it, or like the more chances maybe you are using it too. If you are using any specific method, sorry, just drop a comment. I will draw one line in between. Okay, so this side is over layman example, or you can say real time example. Okay, this is the machine learning code exam, or instead of machine learning we can use here technique. Okay, so we will connect it. I will tell you how. Okay, so let's say here is a Alice, right? And Alice want to give the exam. Okay, so Alice come to me. He said, Nirja, I want to be prepared for my Python exam, or maybe machine learning exam. Okay, so I said, okay, I will get ready for you this exam. Okay, so here I provided him the notes. Okay, and I provided the 10 questions in this. Okay, and then before providing the notes, I divided it into two parts actually. Okay, so 8 or 2. This is the 8 question answer, and this is the 2 question answer. I hide this from Alice. Hide it from Alice. I did not show him. Okay, and I gave it to the Alice for learning. So he start learning the question and answer from this 8. Okay. Then he come to me one day and he said he is ready for the test. So now I am going to give him this 2 question answer test. So I kept it for testing. Why I am testing him? Because I want to know how much did he get from these questions. Okay. For example, you are giving the exam in the university, right? So what the university does, first the university teach you 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Then the university gave you the exam to do the cross validation, right? To do the testing whether you got from the curriculum or not. This process is known as, in technical term, cross validation. Okay. And once I know Alice is ready, Alice was able to solve these questions, I will say Alice is ready for the exam. And if he is not able to answer the all questions, then I will say practice more. Okay, I will ask him where he is struggling, right? And where he is struggling, right? Or either I will add more notes, right? This is I will do. Okay. So this portion is known as cross validation. Okay. And now I will make you understand in technical terms. So what is Alice now? Alice is your model. Okay. What is this? This is your data set. You have divided, right, into two parts. What is this process? Train and test split. You do it, right? That's why I was asking you, you are already using this method, train and test split method. And what is this? This is your training data after your split method, using which your model will learn from the data. And what is this? This is your testing data for cross validation, which we hide from the model, unseen data, right? And when LS is ready, this means model is ready to launch. Right? If he is not ready, then what I will do? I will add the even maybe more data, or I will hyper tune it, right? So it can become ready to launch in the market, right? So same with the here with the Alice. If Alice is not ready for the exam, I will maybe give the more questions or answers to practice, or maybe I will hyper tune the parameters. We will say it like I asked him at which, like the topic you are struggling more, what you are not able to understand. In the case of model, we will hypertune, right? This is a part of this one. So this is called cross validation. Okay, I hope it makes sense to you. You can connect yourself in your university exams too. Same thing, university is taking your exam, that is a cross validation, simple. Okay, you don't need to think in any other way. This is a simple apply to you. Now you will never forget what is cross validation even in the interview. Okay. Now we will move ahead with the types of cross validation. Okay. So previously you have used the train test split. You divided the data into this ratio. We were dividing, right? We had a 10 question. I hide the 2 questions from the Alice, right? And I have given him the 8 questions. So this means I did not shuffle the test question. I did not mix up the questions, but I am taking only one test of the Alice, on what basis I will decide whether he is ready for the exam or not. So in this case, might be Alice is not able to understand some topics. If I am just tweaking or twisting any question, he is not able to answer because he is cramming these questions. He will not get a chance to either number one, he is cramming the question answer. He did not try to think out of the box or understand the process or the topics. And second scenario can be, right? This is not a one scenario. He need to work more on the data, right? He need a more question and answer to practice for the exam. Okay, this can be the another reason. Okay, so he is not able to answer these questions. So this is happen when this is happen. So Alice did a good work, very excellent work during the training, but he failed in the case of testing when I gave him the questions. So this is called overfitting. So during the train and test split, overfit is a common error or the common problem happened sometime, and you need to reduce it. Otherwise, your model will not be able to perform good on the testing. So here we are not able to shuffle, but I will tell you the very good method here, K-fold. cross validation method. Again, we will take here example. This is a layman and this is tech. Okay, so I will make you understand what does it mean. Okay, so in the K fold, the most important part is K value. I am assuming K is equals to 5. You can assume any value 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but I am assuming 5. I will also tell you the reason why you should not take the small value of the K. But first understand the process. Again, I am saying understand the process. Don't try to cram the code. If you understood the method, when, how, what, why, you can easily write the code. You can take the help from the Google when you are not remembering any code, right? You forgot the code, but you understood the logic. You are clear. Your fundamentals are clear. This is what we want, right? In the interview, they are not going to ask you very complex question. In the coding challenge too, they are going to ask you very basic, very fundamental questions. Okay, believe me. K is equals to 5. Previously, what was happening here in the train test? It was only one split. That's it. After that, no. So this means university was taking the final exam, right? Only one time. But here, your university is keeping the 5 test for you before the final test. Okay. Let's say you have a semester in your university. Sorry about the spelling mistake. Okay, ignore it. You have a semester of 6 months. Okay. So you have a January, February, March, April, May, and June. And in the 6th semester, you have a final exam. This is what we have done previously, right? But your university is used to take the exam here, final. They are not taking any test here if we connect it with the train test split, right? They are taking your exam only one time. But if your university is applying K-fold strategy, they will take your exam every month, not exam, small test. Okay, so I will do it here. So K is equals to 5. Again, we will take here the records, total records. You have a notes of 10 questions. Okay, and now this is a K value, K fold value. So your university is applying this strategy now to test you. Okay, so now here if we will divide it, so in the 1st January they have given you the questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and this is they have hide the 2 questions from you, this. Okay, so now maybe you are thinking, how did I decide I need to like split the data into this form, 80 to 20 ratio? It depends upon your total number of records and K value. Here the K value is 5, total number of records 10. So you need to divide 10 divided by 5 too. So this will be your test data points. Okay, if it's a 2, your test data point will become 5. Okay, so your university has given you the small test in the January. They have given you the 8 question and answer for your learning. Okay, and now the test day come up, they have given you this question for your testing. You might be able to solve one question, this is not. Okay, because you did not get a chance to see or learn this question in this portion. You might understand this question, but you are not able to understand this. Okay, so that's okay. Now the next month come. So your university give you this set of questions. 9, 10. Here 7, 8. This is again they have given you for learning, preparing for the test, and this is they have hide from you, and they will testing. They will give you these 2 questions when you will come for the test. Okay, so now you are able to answer these both questions. Why? Because you got a chance in the previous test to prepare for this one, right? Are you getting my point? In the test split, university was only taking the one exam, but now university has like opted this method. They are giving you the test in each and every month. Maybe you got frustrated, they are taking so many tests. I'm frustrated from this university, but believe me, this is the best way. I will tell you in technical term how. Okay, so this will happen to you up to May. Okay, and they will keep shuffling the questions, and at the end stage you will have these questions for learning: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and here one or two question for testing. Now you will be able to answer slowly all question and answer, because you are getting a chance to learning or understanding the all questions one by one every month, right? So now we will jump on to the technical part. So here, what is this? This is your data set again, right? And what is this? Like the semester, or maybe you are the student who is that model, right? And what is this? In technical term, this is called fold 1. Okay? And these are your questions. And then fold 2. So January is called fold 1, fold 2, and so on. Fold 5. Okay? This is a fold 5. And this is the data. Now we are not throwing the complete data set or to the machine, right? We are just giving the subset of the whole data set with the small testing points. We are preparing the model slowly for the final testing. Okay, same thing is with the model. We are training the model slowly, like your university has trained you for the final exam slowly. So your university will decide now from the out of the list of the students, right? If you have performed excellent in this month, you are ready for the final exam. Then only you can give this exam. If you are not able to perform all of these previous months good, and you are doing all questions wrong in every, you are not allowed to sit in the final exam. Same with the model. If model is giving the good accuracy, right? And then I will assume my model is ready to launch in the market, right? And these are the different models now. Model 1, model 2, model 5. Okay, so this is the we are preparing you for small like the giving the portion. Now you are might be thinking, what is this model 1, model 2? This is because every fold is giving you the accuracy, right? On training and testing both. And which model's accuracy is better than the other 4 models, we will choose that model. Let's say model 5 is performing excellent. It has the accuracy on the training 95% and on the testing 80-98%. Other models are between 80, 85, 85, 90, 91, 92, something like that. Same in case you are performing excellent in the month of May, because you are now ready to go, because you have learnt all the questions, because your university was giving you the chance to work on the different questions for practice, right? So this is called k-fold cross validation method. I hope it makes sense to you. This is very easy. Now in the interview, if they are going to ask you what is the difference between train test split and k-fold, you can easily answer, because you cannot forget your university study in whole life, right? We always remember, I have given this, I was used to give this much exam, then I gave the final exam, this was the rule, right? So this is very easy. Technical, you will be able to give it very clearly, good example to your interviewer. Okay, so just to follow this. Okay, now, so here the important thing is, I was saying you try to make up the value of k is equals to 5 most probably, because in case of k is equals to 2, k is equals to 3, the small value, you won't be able to like create or shuffle the data at a deeper level, right? Like let's say I will again give you the university like example. This is after 6 months you have the final exam in the June, right? If our k value is equals to 2, this means it is going to, your university is going to take your small test only 2 times. Okay, what do you want now? Do you want to prepare yourself for the final exam on a excellent terms? Of course, yes, right? Because you want to take a higher marks, right? So if your university is not like giving you the chance in the whole 5 months, then you might be not able to perform well because you didn't get a chance to learn all question and answer, to understand all question and answers from the different topics. Okay, so this is the reason. So it's the same with the model. Here we will not be able to, if you are taking the small value of k is equals to 2, you won't be your model will not be able to shuffle, or we are not able to shuffle the test data points and give the chance to model to learn from the different questions too. So it might be in the final accuracy is not too good. Okay, there will be the high variance. This is a problem. Okay, so go with this one. You can test it at your end. This is your like that, definitely you should try. Okay, so high variance means your model is unstable. I will give you very good example again here. Let's say in first fold, so you it will make you understand. So we will remove this. Just listen it carefully. This is the most important point. Okay, fold 1. I am taking k is equals to 2. So this is your testing data 1, 2, sorry, training data 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And test point is your, okay, k is equals to 2. You have a 10 total records. So it will be, testing point will be 5. So we will remove this. Okay. So 5 data points for training and 5 data points for your testing. Right? If there is a k value is equal to 2 only, then here it might not be shuffle all, right? 3, 4. And it will say here 6, 7. And it will be 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. And your model will stop here, right? So now you can understand your model did not get a chance to learn with these data points, right? Same with you. You did not get a chance to learn these question and answers. Okay, so you might struggle in the final exam. So now you can think yourself, this is called a high variance. Okay, so now you can think yourself why this is better. You can try at your end too. You should try. Okay, and just let me know what was the difference in the accuracy. Okay. Okay, so now you are done with the two different yours cross validation method. We will move ahead with the third one, stratified k-fold. This is the updated version of your k-fold actually. Okay, just listen it carefully. There is a very small difference. Okay, now here when you were setting the k value 5, right, it was shuffling the all things, right, as I told you, right? But in case you are deciding the here 2, right, so you were not able to shuffling the all questions, right, because it was not like doing the proper shuffling, and it was not able to, your model was not able to learn properly. Okay, I will take another example here. Let's say you have a fruit of basket. Okay, so you have, this is the basket, you have the 10 records, you have a 5 red apple and 5 green apple. Okay, if you are going to apply, right, stratified k fold on this, so let's say k is equals to 5, right? Again your total records are 10. So what will be the test value points? 2, right? So this is the fold 1. So we will take here, if you are applying the stratified k fold, it will say red, green, red, green, or maybe red again. Okay, so here it should be the more points, right? It is the value of 2. And then green, red. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need one more, 8. Okay. So we are left with the 2 points, right? So how many red we have considered in the training? 1, 2, 3, 4. One red is left. 1, 2, 3, 4. One is this. So now stratified will take care. Your each fold should contains the each data point from each category. It is not going to say red, 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 then green, green, green. It is making sure it should contains the data point from both classes. This is the biggest advantage. And it will go something like this. Again, it will shuffle these 2 points, right? So maybe it will bring out this one and put this one again. So this is going to be happen till your fold 5, right? But what will happen in the K fold? With the same. So in the fold 1, we will take here 5 again. Okay. In the fold 1, I will make it clear. This one. It will say, it might say red, 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 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 green. Okay. So it is not taking care of about the balancing this one during shuffling. It is not sure in case of K fold. This is the biggest difference. Okay. So whenever you have the imbalanced data, number one, or maybe you want to be more, you want to learn your model and the shuffling at an equal level, then you should go with the stratified instead of K-fold. You can use the K-fold for the small data set, but when you have the imbalance or large data set, you can go with this one. Okay. But my mean to say large data set, this means medium to large, not too large. If there are a million of records and you are applying these cross validation method, your model will work. I am not saying it will not work, but it will process the data very slow because it is going to make a folds, right? Just think about it at the back end. If you have a million of records and you are saying k is equals to 5, k is equals to 10, how much time it will take, right? So this is the thing, it is going to take your high computational power too. It's too expensive. Okay, so you need to take care of these things in your mind too. So this was about the stratified and K fold. Now we will move ahead over the next one, fourth one, that is your LOOCV. Okay, so this is the like the your one of the validation method, which is also good, but use it for small data set only. Okay, its full form is leave one out cross validation. Here is a fix actually. Okay, it work based on the, it will train the model on the samples all and test it only with the one sample point. Again, I will give you the, let's say you have the, we will again take your university example. Total questions are 10, and when you apply this, your university is going to give you the questions like this. So for the final exam, okay, so they will divide the data into this. They will give you the 9 question for your preparation and 1 question for testing. Okay, so now you will get a more questions, right, for the preparation of your exam and 1 question for testing, but this question can be twisted. Okay, but you will be happy, I am getting a more data from the university to prepare for my exam, right? But this is not the, I will say, not too good. This is will work for the small, right? And what is this? This is in technical term. This is for, this is your data set, and this is the, not this one. It will divide it here. Okay, and this is going to be your training data, and this is your testing data. this is the biggest advantage is you are getting the more like the data for training the model, like you are getting the more questions answers for practicing the final exam. uh, that's why I'm saying this is great for small data set, but it is going to be very slow for the large data sets, because you can think how it is going to make, it is going to give you like shuffling, right, 10 times like this one, right? If this is the like a 10 records, total 10 records, it is going to do like this. Let me take here January, February, and you have a final exam here in maybe December, right? And then they are giving you the question like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And one question for your testing. You are happy, but just think about it. It is going too slow, right? For the large. If your exam is in the December, this will be too much for you too, right? Same here. If there is a million, let's say 100K records. So how much time it will take to shuffle? Because it is only testing, it is a shuffling. Next time you will get this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1. Okay, it should be 10. Sorry about it because I did not write the 10 here. So it is going to be your now 1. Okay, it should be 10. So now assume with this one how much time this process will take. So this is not good for large data sets. Okay, this is good for small data set. So if your university is even opting this strategy, this is not bad. If you have an exam in 4 months or 6 months, even then it is okay. But if your final exam is in like a 1 year, then it will be tough for you. It is slow process, right? So same here. Okay, this is also the one of the method, cross validation. We use it rare. Mainly you are going to work with the stratified and k-fold. Okay, but you can try. I would recommend you whatever cross validation method I am giving you, just make a strategy, pick up any small data set, okay, or mid-sized data set, apply all these cross validation in different, then check which one is working good. It will get you you will get a chance to understand the process too, number one. Number two, you will clear your fundas on this kind of the records. I should go with this one, and you will be prepared for the interview too, right? Now we will move ahead with the over next one. Here the last one is your time series split. This is very popular for your time series data. Okay. So this validation method work for your time series data. What is the biggest advantage of this one? This is ensure training data is always earlier in time than the test data. Okay. I'm repeating. Training data is always earlier in time then the test data. I will tell you give you the examples too. Okay. So now in this the layman, if I give you the layman example, you can't use the future information to predict the past, right? To predict the past. How you can solve the question of the exam, right? And how you can predict the questions for the exam, right? From the previous questions, not surety, right? It is just the guess, right? That's why you are preparing from the past, your mock test interviews and like other things. But if we connect it not for the exam, just connect it with the interview questions. How you can make sure they are going to ask you the same interview question, because that is a historical questions. They are going to ask you the same question in during the interview. You can't predict it, right? So this is the logic of time series split. So here this is perfect for stock prices, because stock prices is a time series based weather data. Stock price, this is work based on the time, right? Now I will give you the here the very good example of this one. Okay, we will create here again this one like this. Just give me here, look. So you have a, let's say, records 10. Okay. So you will split it into like this, like in the first one here. All right. So we are again going to take a 10 record. So I will take an example of stock price. Okay. So here we have on the day one, you have the stock, like the price is $10, and on the day two you have a $12. Day three it has some value 11, and so on. Let's say day 10 and it has a value $19. Okay. So if you are going to apply the time series split cross validation method on the time series data instead of simple k-fold, then what will happen? In this case, it will do step by step like this. Number one, it is first day, you can say it fold one. Okay. So the training data will be from day 1 to day 6. Okay. And test data will be day 7. Okay. So now in the fold 2, it will pick up the data like this. Day 1. Okay. I forgot to write here day 6. Day 7. And it will be your day 8. And in the fold 3, then it will pick up day 1 to day 8, and it will be day 9. Okay, and so on. So how many time it will repeat? 10 time. Okay, and here on the final split, right? Here, so on the final day, it will get a chance to trained on this one, right? If we will make it little above, and you're testing, it will test on day 10. Okay. So in this, did you just notice here? It is not picking up the future data, right? It is just picking up the past. In first, like the fold, in the first split. So here I forgot to tell you the number of splits we are assuming here 4. Okay. You can split it in 10 to 8 to, this is your choice. Okay. According to that, it will like give you the result. 10 time records repetition means, like I was saying, like here you need, it will fold repeat this process up to 10 days. Okay. And now here it is just a test on the day 7. But in the fold 2, it just pick up the past data because it was the past data, it is shifted here. It never try to use the day 8 data till it is not tested, till it didn't become the previous data. Okay, so this is the difference. Now if I show you here on the other side, I will like remove this from here. I wish do the comparison with the K fold here. Okay, so then it will make more sense to you. So this is a K fold. So let's say we are splitting it again in the 4 fold, right? So in the 4 fold, this means K value is 4, total record is 10, right? So it is, let's assume, we can assume it right now 5. Okay, so or maybe something else. Okay, so you can take it because I have taken here 4 number of splits, so that's why I'm assuming K44. Okay, it is coming in the float value, just ignore it. Okay, so just try to understand the process. Fold 1, when we are using the K fold, it doesn't care about anything actually. Let's say it is a training first time this one. Okay, and this is going to be your day 7. Okay, but in the fold 2, right, it might pick up day 1 to day 8. So this means it has picked up the future value too. Okay, and it tried to test on day 6, because it is not guaranteed. It doesn't work based on the time order, right? So if you are going to apply the k-fold, stratified k-fold, or any other validation method on the time series data, it is not going to give you the correct result. Okay, whenever you have the time series data, use the time series split, because your this time series split is going to work on the like the forward time, like it is not going to use the future data in for the training. It is only going to use the past data for the training. Okay, like in the big difference is time series split ensures training data always come from the past, as I told you. Okay, and testing data from the future, because testing data we always keep a hide from the your model, right? And the but it is perfect for the time dependent data, like I have already given you the example, right? The like stock prices or weather forecasting. So the main goal is to make sure you are evaluating how well your model can predict the future outcomes based on the past data. So this is the biggest advantage of the time series split. Okay, now we will do one thing. We will just jump on to the your practical part. Okay, if you still have a question, feel free to drop a comment. Okay, so now let me share my screen here. Let me reconnect my Google Colab and make it bigger screen. Let me share this one. All right. Okay, so this is the practical example. Look at this. This is the simple your train and test split. How you make we import the train and test split method. We are using random forest classifier here. This is we are just creating the X and Y. Make a classification with the number of dummy samples. Features are 10. This means your total features have a 10. Random state is equals to 42 and we are dividing it into 80 to 20 ratio. So in this case, I will give you the recap. There is a no shuffling, right? No shuffling is going to be happen. Once your data is 80% data is going to train, this is going to be only used for training. Here, the disadvantage is your model will get overfitted, might be. Okay, so this is the 100% accuracy. To overcome the overfitted problem, you can go with the k-fold cross validation. Okay, again you can connect it with your university exam. If your university is going to take your final exam on the 6th month, and instead of giving you the directly throw you onto the final exam, they are taking your small test, then it is the biggest plus point for you, because you will get to get a chance to learn each and every question answer. Okay, and every topic thoroughly. Okay, so in that case your this is going to be fast, because the most important thing is here your k value. Here we are using the number of splits 5, right? And this is we are picking up the models. I'm creating the empty list. As I told you, each fold belong to the each model. If you are saying number of split or k value is equals to 5, this means you are going to build a 5 different models from your main data set. It is picking up, shuffling on time, and just keep training your model slowly, and your model will get a chance to work on all data points. Okay, so what is the goal now? You can think as a layman too. There he was not able to even see any time the 20 questions, right? 20 data points. Here he will get a chance. Okay, so then he will perform good on the model. But don't connect it with the data leakage. There is no data leakage. Okay, because we are just shuffling the data points. Your model does not know which data points we are going to give them for testing. Okay, because it is a shuffling on random basis. Okay, and then stratify k-fold to overcome the problem high variance of in k-fold, right? So you can use the stratified k-fold. It will make sure your test data and train data should contain the data point from each class. If there are two classes, because we are talking about the classification, we make sure it will pick up the data point belong to each class. Okay, this is important, but in k-fold it was not sure, like it will pick up the randomly data points from because randomly data points pick up from each class, because it is picking up randomly. It is not making sure you, right? If I connect it with your university example again, your university is making sure you will get a question and answer in each month for preparing your test, right? For preparing your test from each topic. This is they are making sure. This means your university is applying stratified K4. Okay, so this is the thing. And now we will move ahead with the next one, leave one cutout. Here I have also like make a different models, and I am printing only the best model. So it is telling me fold one with the best accuracy 96%. So it is only printing the best model, because we have user number of splits 5. This means we are creating 5 folds. Okay, k is equals to 5 here. And now leave one cutout. This is work only for small data set. I recommend it, use it for small data set, but definitely you should implement it one time so you can understand the process. For this, you need to import the leave one out cross validation score from sklearn model selection, and then in assemble, because random forest classifier is an in assemble model. Okay, so here we are creating the dummy data. Here we are applying this on the model xy, and cv is equals to loo. This is your leave one cutout. Okay, so it will keep your one data point for the testing only. Okay, and then it will just keep on shuffling, and this loop will like run how many times, whatever like the samples you have here. Okay, so 30. So number of informative is this, number of classes are 2. Okay, so it will finish it, but how many records you have, but it will keep shuffling your what the test point one by one. Okay, and then time series is split. Look at this output now. This is your train data 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is your future data. Now it is not using the future data during training, right? So they have used only this points when it is already we have given it for testing. Okay, so here we have a number of splits 5. It is generating data like according to that. Okay, and just giving keep on doing these things, because we are picking up this from here. Actually number of samples 30. Okay, so I'm picking up from the previous, but look at this complete example too. So here you have the 10 to 1 x points, and this is an array. Okay, and now we are declaring the method time series split, number of splits 5, tscv, random forest classifier, and it is going to show you the test indices with this one. Now you can assume your when we are giving the test point 9, it is working perfect. Its accuracy is 1, because it got trained from all data points passed. Okay, so this is the about the your all cross validation methods. Okay, my goal was to make you understand the process. Okay, so you just try to understand the process, don't try to cram the code. Obviously you should know which library you need to import, but just first try to understand the code. Even you can download this notebook and you can copy and paste in your notebook. Just run this, make a changes in your actually number of sample, number of splits, a number of your like the any what parameters I'm using there. Okay, and then see the difference. This is the right way to understand the process, because it will help you to understand which model is best and how it is working at the back end. Definitely you can take the screenshot of my whiteboard every time when I am explaining it, so you can see it later on too, and you can watch the re-watch the video again. Okay, And thank you so much for your time. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Hit the like button if you like the video, and please provide the feedback like what do you like most in this video, okay? And if you want me to do any improvements, just let me know, okay, which method you like, okay? And if you are struggling at any point and you want to share with me, you can share your notebook and your data set with me. So I will definitely make a video on that. Maybe like you, other students are also struggling for the same problem, so we can help each other. Okay, thank you so much. See you in the next session.